Previously on In the Shadow of Bob. Following the disappearance of Bill and Harry, the remainder of the crew set off on a search, but upon realizing its futility, were forced to leave Laythe behind. Following this, Gurmund, having become seriously ill, was relieved of his duties and sent back to Kerbin, leaving Jebediah as the new mission commander. With nothing else to do, really, the Hef 3500 continued on to Paul, where an eccentric Stanley Kerman joined the crew's roster as a backup member. After then refilling its tanks using the JeDoesStuff-esque Regolith, tongue twister, the ship then set off for its first interplanetary destination, Eve, which crew members Nedzer and Joolina Kerman landed on without any difficulty. During their ascent, however, disaster struck in the form of an engine failure. Would the duo survive this freak accident? The engine just failed? Is this for real right now? Unfortunately, yes. But we can't panic. We need to act now. Okay. I'll go out and repack the chute before we start hitting the atmosphere again. Quickly, we don't have much time. I'll get us pointed retrograde. Can this capsule even survive this? It wasn't designed for it, was it? I can't make any guarantees. Oh, well that's real reassuring, isn't it? Deploying the chute. Brace for impact. You alright? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm trying to re-establish a connection with Hef 3500. It seems our antenna was cooked pretty good though. How much oxygen do we have on this thing? The onboard supply will only last us about 9 Kerbin days, give or take. We could maybe make a little bit more by burning the mystery goo on board, but that's a serious fire hazard. What do they mean the engine just failed? I may hate his guts, but Stanley does a good inspection. That buffoon Ned has to have messed it up somehow.
Relax, Jeb. Please. We don't need to go throwing blame around, alright?
I can't when I know what's at stake here. He's gone and ruined it for all of us.
You know, you're really insufferable, you know that?
I am not.
All you're doing is throwing blame around. Plus, you've been constantly berating Nedzer for pretty much just existing.
I do that because I know best around here. He's just a rookie, doomed to fail eventually.
Do you really? Seems to me he's perfectly capable without you meddling around.
Without my meddling, we would have just crashed straight into that thing.
You were of no help. The docking was going just fine until you decided to meddle. Decided that you just had to be the star.
You think you can just tell me how to do my job?
Was it? Plus, when's the last time you even treated your peers with genuine respect? You only care about yourself.
I have to agree, good Jack. Jeb's conduct has become truly wretched. Yeah, Ned didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he may be a street hire, but he seems like a good guy. Someone I could really get along with, you know? I mean, if I was walking down the street and I saw this guy walking along, I'd be like, you know what? You're a street hire. You seem like
didn't do anything wrong.
Here's genuine respect. You only care about yourself.
Okay. I understand what I need to do then.
Where are you going?
Showing all of you what a real leader looks like. Contact Morningstar headquarters. Tell them I'm on my way.
What? You can't just go down, it's too risky. Besides, what if there's an emergency on the ship?
Jack, open pod
bay doors.
I'm
afraid I can't let you do that, Jeb.
That's an order.
Fine.
Well, if it isn't Jeb of the KSP, the Thrill Master himself.
Hey, Brower.
You seem a little different from when we did that international moon mission, the Algol 3 together all those years ago. Remember when you had to bail me out because I got the rover stuck in a ditch? Good times.
Now's not the time to reminisce, Brower. 2 of my crewmates are stranded down here, and we gotta find them quick.
Well, of course, mate, I understand. Jack said you'd guide us to them?
Correct. I know their approximate coordinates. Based on their velocity at engine failure and some of Kevin's math, they should have come down near about 5 degrees south, 100 degrees east.
Well, let's get this bird in the air, shall we? Oh, and before I forget, these are my lovely crewmates. Everyone, let's give Jeb a warm welcome, shall we? Morgan.
Hey, Jeb.
Maximic.
Jeb, good to see you, man.
And Carson.
Sup, Jeb? Looking good, boss.
Hello, everyone. Pleasure to meet you. But I have to ask, what's she called, anyways?
We honestly don't have a real name for it. We just call it number 12.
I mean, it works, I guess.
What? That sounds dumb.
What did you say to me?
What? You want me to say you guys cooked with that name?
No, but you could have been a little bit more respectful, I don't know.
What even went wrong with the engine anyways? The ignition system looks like it's all out of whack, but Stanley inspected the engine before we left, didn't he? Honestly, knowing the guy, he probably caused the issue if anything. I say we have Bill do them from now on. Wait a second. Oh yeah, that's right. So this is how it ends. Stranded in a hellish wasteland until we run out of oxygen? Wait, do you hear that? Yeah, is that a plane? Quick, let's get out and start making some signals.
And that's when I said, Sugar, I hardly know her. So who are we looking for again? Some guys from a mission called Hef 3500? Sounds like a goofy name.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of unusual. Like, who comes up with a name like that anyways? Wait, up ahead, you see that? Lights, 12 o'clock.
By the crack... Bob? I don't even know anymore. Everyone, prepare for landing.
Holy crap, Rowa. You're trying to kill us with that bank angle.
What? Is Jeb a little scared?
Relax, mate. Eve's atmosphere allows for all sorts of crazy maneuvers that will be a death wish back on Kerbin.
Hello? Kerbin to random airplane that just landed?
I do believe you two require assistance.
Thank the late Kraken. We're saved.
So, who are you guys exactly?
We're part of the ground crew of the Morningstar Research Facility. That don't ring a bell?
Oh, not really. I mean, I've heard of a space station. But you guys have a whole base down here?
Yes, believe it or not. I thought you ought to know, seeing as you're a Kerbernaut after all.
Wait, are you the guy who landed on Tylo and lived to tell the tale? That's awesome!
Yeah, that's me. Jeb was real jealous it wasn't him. But how did you find us?
Well, when Jack found out you guys were falling back to Eve, he had the HEF 3500 send out a distress signal. The station picked it up, they relayed it to us, he explained what was going on, and the rest is history. Sorry it took us so long to reach you guys. I don't suppose you guys could have lasted much longer. But I must say, there's no way we could have found you guys in time without Jeb.
Indeed. Last time I checked, we had something like 5 hours of oxygen left.
Whew, yeah, that was a close one.
Wait, hold on a second. Did you say Jeb? That's right. It's me, Jeb. What are you doing here? Here to get you guys back. We tracked your descent for as long as we could. I then left for the Morningstar in one of the HEF 3500 escape pods and had Jack tell these guys the estimated coordinates of your landing, and here we are. Oh wow, that's amazing. But why'd you put yourself at risk like that?
Can you at least be grateful? I mean, listen. Everyone was telling me I only ever cared about myself. Okay? I felt the need to prove them wrong just this once.
You guys cool, or?
Yeah, thanks for asking. And thank you, Jeb.
Alright. How's about we finally get you guys back to safety? We didn't fly all the way out here to stand around after all.
Sorry. After you, boss.
Wait a second, you guys have a whole observatory on this thing? That is incredible. But it doesn't look like it'll come in too useful with all the clouds.
Why, yes, in fact we do. But the truth is, originally this plane was designed for Laythe, but got sent here instead. The only place it's really of any use is during flight at high altitudes, or on top of the legendary Mount Look at That.
Mount Look at That? Who comes up with a name like that?
Blame Carson, he's the one who thought of it.
Hey, no one else made any suggestions, alright?
But yeah, it's an amazing place. Conditions up there are nearly identical to those back home on Kerbin. Minus the lack of oxygen, of course. It's a little paradise on an otherwise desolate world.
Wow, that almost sounds like how scientists once thought Eve as a whole might be like.
Yeah, it does, but really, we should move along and get you all to safety.
Hey, don't leave us behind now. Now, I know I'm gonna sound like a total fangirl here, but I still can't believe it's really you. I've been following your mission with excitement since day one. How were things up there until, the lander gave out on you?
Not so great, actually. A few days ago we just lost contact with the KSC, and we really don't know for sure why.
Oh yeah, we lost them the other day as well. What happened? Said there was some kind of situation? I hope things are okay back on Kerbin.
Honestly, I'm beginning to fear the worst. I mean, in their last transmission, I could have sworn I heard, an alarm of some kind.
And to make it worse, 2 of our crew members ditched on us. Well, we don't know for sure, but that's what Gurman claimed, at least. He's no longer on the mission either, though.
I still can't believe they made that call. That was idiotic. But we've had our own share of problems here on Eve. You see, not too long ago, a travesty occurred. The Explodium Research Facility, already struggling after being beached by Bob's transformation of Eve, was attacked by bandits of some kind. They said they belonged to some kind of rebellion? I don't know. The crew there managed to fend them off, and we later evacuated them to the safety of our headquarters.
Bandits?
In the wasteland? What is this, some kind of post-apocalyptic world?
It is truly bizarre. They said they were part of some sort of rebellion. Strange stuff.
Alright everyone, this is your first officer speaking. Prepare for landing.
Please make sure your tray tables are stowed and the seats are in the upright position. Oh, for goodness sake, Max. What did I tell you about waiting to the last second to drop the gear? Oh, come on, bro, we still had
Plenty of time. It's not like it had put us in the ocean of tar or anything.
Well, here we are. The glorious Morningstar headquarters. Isn't she beautiful? How about we finally get you guys some well-deserved rest?
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Me neither.
Holy moly! Is that who I think it is? Nedzer Kerbol, Conqueror of Tylo?
Wow,
that's amazing!
I can't believe my eyes.
What's he doing?
It sure is. Turns out they needed a little bit of our help after the lander's engine gave out.
And Jeb, the Thrillmaster himself. It's an honor to meet you.
Well, I'm glad at least someone remembers me.
And, you are?
I'm Joolina Kerbol. Still pretty new around here, though.
Thank you guys for everything. Really, we appreciate it tremendously.
But I guess I should ask, you wouldn't happen to have an actual way off of this planet, would you? Why, yes, in fact, we do. Back near the equator, we've got an SSTO shuttle waiting just for you.
So are we just collecting a whole collage of Kerbinats at this point? I mean, we already saved the Explodium Research Facility's crew as well, after that no-good group of schmucks came around.
Oh, you mean like those guys rapidly approaching our position?
Huh? What do we do?
Hey, where are you going?
No time for chatter, just get on!
Hey, wait for me. Quick, I have an idea. Drop the mystery goo. It explosively combusts on contact with Eve's atmosphere.
Oh wow, I was just gonna try and scare them away, but that's genius! Open in the cargo bay.
Bombs away.
Wow, that actually worked! I can't believe it! You're brilliant!
Wait, really? No one's ever told me that before. Hang on, where's Ned?
Hey, wait up! What are you planning on doing with this thing?
You'll see. Ever since we rescued the Strandees, we've been expecting this day to come. Get in!
What are those idiots from the KSP doing? That rover looks ridiculous! Why has it got a nose? They gonna try and sniff out our location?
Olin, they're coming straight for us!
Whoa! Olin, why don't you ever listen to me, man?
For Bob! Excellent work, everyone! I'm truly astounded by all of your bravery.
Who in the name of the Kraken were those guys? And why did they have guns?
That last guy literally blew himself up. For Bob? I've never seen such deranged fanaticism in my life.
Must have been the group who attacked the Explodium facility earlier. The crew of the facility says they called themselves the Trippy Rebellion or something like that for some reason. Said they were hellbent on taking down the KSP, I don't know. But I'm sure we'll learn from what these dorks have to say for themselves later on.
Oh, brother.
And following their triumph against a surprise attack by the Trippy Rebellion, Nedzer, Joolina, and Jebediah Kerman rested up at the Morningstar's headquarters before they then made the flight all the way down to the landing site of the Campbell, their ride off of this hellish planet. Truly, guys, we mean it. There's no way we could have survived this situation without you.
And thank you, crafty fellows, for your help driving off the rebellion. If they ever try anything again, we'll be ready for those buggers next time.
Yeah, but I guess I should ask. This is our ticket off of Eve?
This here is the Campbell, named in honor of Campbell Kerman, discoverer of Gilly, and also of the soupy nature of Eve's atmosphere, but we don't talk about that. We typically use it as a means to rotate crew to and from the station, but it'll get you back up there with your mates just fine. It's a little finicky to get in and out of. Just hold on, let me bring the gear down, open up that access panel, and okay, here we go.
Oh my, not a lot of room back there. Yeah. Jeb, since you did basically save our lives, how about you get the actual capsule? I appreciate it, Ned, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to decline. You know, I thought about what you said and
not
all,
everything
back
is about
on Laythe.
you know?
Maybe you're right for once after all. You know, I was being a total scumbag, and you know what? Not everything has to be about me all the time. I may still be the best pilot, but you're alright. How's about you get us out of here? I mean, if you insist, thank you. But, once again, I can't thank you guys enough for what you guys did for us.
And neither can we, mate. Good luck on the rest of your journey.
Show Bob who's boss.
Safe travels.
Yeah, good luck finding Bob. If I had to guess, he'd be residing in the outer system somewhere. He never was the biggest fan of heat, you could say. At least that's the impression I got, I don't know.
F-3500, this is Campbell, ready to lift off on your command. How's it looking back there, guys? Highly, claustrophobic, thank you. I can't even move my arms.
Campbell, you are cleared for liftoff. I'm getting
Danger deja vu right now.
Don't say that. We'll actually be coming back this time, I promise.
Alright, if you say so. You're cleared for takeoff.
Here we go. Whoa! That thing's got some major speed.
I think one of my vertebrae just discombobulated.
Blades are losing power. Altitude 15 kilometers. Ready to activate main engine on your mark.
Mark.
Shut down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shut down. And following their successful ascent back into Eve orbit and many high fives all around, the trio aboard the Campbell then made their way all the way back to the safety of the Hef-3500. Once that had been accomplished, the Titanic spacecraft then began plotting a course for its next target, the terrible tyrant Tylo itself. What is this doing here? Hello? Hello? Anybody here? Man, looks like nobody's been back here in months, maybe even years. I'd better get Harry, this is incredible.
Harry, come quick. You gotta see what I just found. Ugh, why? Find another asymmetric land crab? No, what? Just come along, come quick. Okay. Yeah, so I was just driving along, having a jolly time, you know, when suddenly I stumbled across this. I don't believe it. Is that one of the Triton aircraft? Wait, you recognize this? Yeah, of course. They were the research aircraft at the Trident Research Facility. Trident Research Facility? I remember when the Dudesor Empire set that up. It was a much-needed major victory for them in this time of internal turmoil. Yeah, indeed, it seems they've recovered quite well. But the crew of that facility, really nobody knows what became of them. Around 20 years ago, the Empire sort of just lost all contact with them one day. And that was that. The prevailing theory is that a major hurricane just leveled the place to the ground, but it's been the subject of intense debate ever since the disappearance. Some say the facility was destroyed in an intense storm. Others say a crew member went rogue and murdered everyone in cold blood. Some even say the crew were abducted by aliens. Oh yeah, I think I actually watched a documentary about this place once. But yeah, what can I say? Just kinda stumbled across this beauty. She doesn't look to be in great shape though. Ugh, the batteries are dead up here. We'll need another way to generate power to at least get the master switch on. Yeah, I suppose we could just remove the rover's solar panels and try to install them here. Ailerons are also way out of whack. They'll need to be rebalanced. We'll also need to extend the front gear somehow. It's retracted on the ground. How does that even happen anyways? Bob smite the squat switch or something? What?
I got no idea. We'll definitely have to jack the plane though. Wow, that was actually really easy. Kinda strange though. Normally the Kraken would have something to say about this, if you know what I mean. Yeah, true, but I'm not gonna go and complain about it. Anyways, let's get to work, shall we? The engine inlets are full of dirt though, but not real surprised about it. Alright, let's rebalance the ailerons. If only we'd brought a ladder. Left landing gear is also gonna need a new cotter pin. Man, why have they got so much equipment on this thing anyways? Well, I mean, they were out here all on their own, weren't they? If something went wrong with the plane, the crew would have to fix it themselves. Makes sense that they would have everything they needed. Yeah, I guess it works out well for us then. Alright, now for the moment of truth. Will she start? Yes! Oh, yeah! Fuel flow and oil pressure. Nominal. I can't believe we did it. Say, we actually make a pretty good team. You're just now saying that after 3 months? I don't really know how to feel about that. Oh, come on. You know I didn't mean it like that.
Laythe traffic, this is 26 Lima Yankee, departing runway 0.
Good one. It's a shame ATC is non-existent, though.
Are you sure we want to do this? I mean, neither of us is really that great of a pilot after all.
You want to spend 3 more months on the rover? Be my guest.
Yeah, you bring up a fair point.
Alright, keep it going, keep it going.
Pull back. $12,782,
12,783? Hold on. Wait a second. Bill, do you see that?
See what?
Right down below. Looks like there's some sort of red light down there. What is that?
I don't know. I suppose we could try and land to investigate it. It's probably our best bet. Wait, but hold on a second. At night? In this terrain? You know full well neither of us can fly that well, alright? When did I ever say that there wouldn't be some risks here, alright? Get the flaps down. We're going in for a landing.
Oh, brother.
Hey, apply left rudder. We're off to the side.
It's overcorrecting. I thought you said
Tank
you
angle.
were
100% sure that we rigged the flight controls correctly. Well, yeah, but they're like old. I don't know. Oh, well, that's reassuring. 30 degrees of flaps. Our airspeed is still too high. Well, then reduce the power. Hey, do not tell me
what to do. You're making it worse,
you,
all right? It seems like you don't know what you're doing. You're the one who just wanted to tear the flaps off.
Ah, another nice night, tending the field. What the high-flying cubic octagonal struts? Hello? You know, it's quite rude to just land on my field. By the Kraken! Harry, is that you?
Dad?
I can't believe you're here. How in the side-slipping fugoidal torque wrenches did you get here?
What am I doing here? What are either of you doing here? Abandoned your entire planet without even saying goodbye?
Listen, it's a long story, but my daughter is an astronaut? Last I heard from you, you were racing rovers up mountains.
Yeah, it turns out working on my rovers actually translates rather well to working on space-grade ones. What can I say? But still, why are you here? I had just a hunch in me that you might have been here, and we went on this really long journey to just hopefully try and find you by chance, and it probably wasn't the best plan, but listen, what are you doing here?
Ever since the Trident's disappearance, Mary and I have been utterly fascinated by it. Nothing about it seemed to make any sense.
For what? I'm Bill, by the way. I know this is kind of awkward because we're having a family moment here, but hi, I'm Bill.
A hurricane? The facility's tougher than the steerable landing gear. It managed multiple storms. No way a little wind would bring it down. Either foul play was involved, or a much greater catastrophe must have occurred. Obsessed with the mystery, Mary and I set to building our own rocket to go and investigate ourselves, seeing as no one else would. We wanted this to be a quick mission, out and back. But things didn't turn out that way. Amazingly, all went well, until we breached Laythe's atmosphere. The gumshoe simply couldn't take it, and broke apart. We managed to land unscathed, but all of our equipment, not so much. Since then we've been stranded here, resigned to our fate.
Alright. I know we haven't kept in touch a great deal, but the least you could have done was at least tell me what you were up to. I thought you'd disappear for good.
Ultimately, we feared you'd try to come after us. This journey was reckless and dangerous the entire way through, and the last thing we wanted was to subject you to that.
All we ever were able to locate were the wrecks of a few scout rovers and research drones. Hey, what's that you've got in the flight computer?
What?
On screen. Looks like a set of coordinates for navigation. Could that be what we've been looking for all this time?
Oh, yeah. Holy crap, you're right.
I suppose we could fly to the coordinates listed. Except I will be flying this time. That landing was almost disastrous.
And what exactly would you still know about flying? You've been stranded here more than 20 years.
Ah, good to see you're still sassy as ever. Holy fast-setting reusable Kerbcrete! This place has seen better days!
Hey, are you sure this is the right place?
Yes, I'm positive. We're at the exact coordinates specified in the flight computer, and, well, take a look. There's another Trident, just over there.
I can hardly believe it. It's really here. The place we've been trying to reach for so long. I can't believe it.
I'm more worried about the condition of this place than anything. What could have done this? It almost looks as if a bomb went off in here.
Well, that's what we're here to find out, is it not? And so, after stumbling upon its shattered wreckage, Bill, Harry, Jerry, and Mary began to search through the rubble of the Trident Research Facility. Most of the facility was in such an advanced state of disrepair that little could be deduced from it, and the other Trident aircraft proved to yield little insight either. That is, until, when all seemed lost, Harry made a profound discovery.
Triton 1 searched top to bottom. Didn't find anything of significance besides a few run-down labs.
Hey guys? I think we found what we're looking for. Oh, really? Where? Triton 3, Cargo Bay. Come quick! So, what is it? Check it out, it's like a logbook of some sort. Signed, Caden Kerman of the Dudezor Empire? Today started as just a normal day like any other at the Trident facility.
Routine weather monitoring, soil composition analysis. Gina was being a bossy prick. You know the deal. Around 8:25 local time, however, things began to take a turn for the worst. A major hurricane, which we had previously been monitoring closely, rapidly and unexpectedly changed its course and began closing in on our position. Storms are nothing the Trident can't handle, though it's been through several hurricanes, even struck by lightning without any issues. No, it's what happened next that changed everything.